was your, you know, if your model, if you've got a boy who's going to be yellow, green, white, you'd want to wrap, figure out where he's going to start, in what order you might want him to go, but then you'd cut my suggestion for you guys would be to cut these ahead of time. Figure out what length you need. Maybe if it's a foot, you know, more than a foot's going to get them 100 wraps on here, so they're going to get pretty tired. 10-inch pieces, maybe a foot at the most. Cut these so they're ready to go, and they can pick up their piece, and they make a bunny ear out of it. Okay, so kind of a big bunny ear, and set the bunny ear on the shaft of the arrow so they can still see the bunny ear up here. And then they take the working end of the string. So let me flip this over. This end is still visible right here, and it needs to stay visible. So the bunny ear stays visible, this end stays visible. If they bury either one of those, this doesn't work. So that's out, this is out. And then they start to wrap around the arrow shaft, and they just wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap, and make sure that, you know, they're pulling it fairly tight. You might want some kind of, because I can hear this, it's making me nervous, so you might want like a tablecloth or some kind of little pad on the table, because these are going to get whacked around a little bit. But when they're done, when you're done, they take the working end of this rope. So here's what it looks like when the hand's out of the way. See, bunny ear and the end are still there. This is your wrapped part that you want to save at the end. You take the working end, you poke it through the bunny ear, like that. So it's through just the one time, and then hold this gently with one thumb and pull on this loose end here. And then what it will do is it's going to pull that down behind and make it a nice tight finish. And then you can actually cut this end off and this end off, and that will hold.
And like
so you end up with
dab
just
some
the
glue or
wrap.
something?
Yep, and that's when I would make sure that when you're all done, just to hold it kind of in a permanent fashion, you can dab. Just take maybe super glue with a tip on it, and just make a line. Find the back side of the arrow. So this is the front side of this one, so I would say this one's the back, so across the back, that worked perfectly, that's right where that little knot is, just super glue stripe. And it will make it a little darker, but it'll be on the back side of the arrow, so when it's displayed, nobody will know